Hello my friends, I'm going to be doing a cloud pour on this chunky little canvas today. This is a level 3 and I find that oftentimes they're bumpy. It's a good canvas, but I don't like the bumpiness, so I generally give them a nice sand down if I think of it, and so they're smooth again before I pour. And if I'm brush painting on them, I will give them another coat or two of gesso, sanding between each coat so I have an even smoother surface. But I have plans for my next couple of videos. I'm going to do an oil painting demonstration of a simple landscape, I think. So if you're interested, please stay tuned for that. And I'm also going to be pouring over that large 24 by 36 inch, or was it 30 by 36? I don't know, it was big, too big. That ribbon pour I did. I didn't like it. Just too jaggedy. I think they're much better suited, more easy to control on a smaller canvas. Maybe if I'd had more paint, I could have done it, but I don't like the final result, so I'm pouring over it. So today, cloud pour with these colors. I've got Viridian Green. This is Pistachio, Pearl Pistachio by Arteza. I used it up and I just love it. So pretty. And this is Brilliant Blue, Artist Loft. Pale Blue, Master's Touch. Then I thought I'd throw in some gold. I'm using Deco. And my cloud mix. Now this is the simplest cloud mix ever. It's just Floetrol and Satin Enamel and a titch of water. I put the exact ratios down below. And I do use a scale, my friends. I've mentioned this before, but I think it's a time saver and a recipe for usual success. And look how I covered it with this cling wrap so it stays nice and neat. But anyway, inexpensive little Amazon scale works like a charm. And it just makes sense to me that if you come up with a recipe that works, that you would want to repeat it exactly like you did. And when you measure, you can do that. So that's my feeling on measuring versus eyeballing. But to each his own. Many people are happy to eyeball, and that's fine for them. Oh, I meant to put the gold next to the dark blue. I think that would be so pretty. Try to remember next go round. Now a little bit of cloud pour. I'm going to pour it from up high to kind of mix it in a little bit. What next? Let's do the Viridian. That should be pretty. And the light green. Throw some more cloud mix in there. I put the exact recipe, as always, in the description box below. And so if you follow that, if you measure, you should, get the same consistencies I get, and hopefully you will have a successful painting. Now there are variables, of course, the brands of paint you use, your ambient temperature, the way you pour it out, but as long as your consistencies are correct, you should be able to have success. I did it again. I didn't put the gold near that dark blue. And then I added green. Oh, well. Okay, there's the rest of the cloud mix. I like that green. I think I'll just end it with the blues. Let me know if you're interested in watching an oil painting demonstration. It's kind of nerve-wracking to paint brush painting on video for me. So I don't want to do it if no one's interested in watching. But I did it again. I had the gold in hand. Oh well, let's just throw that on there. I think that's about it. I don't want to do any more green, or maybe I'll do this light green since I have very little of it left. So let me know if you're interested in that, if at least, you know, a handful of you are enthused about it. I will do it. All right, and here we go. I'll make a little spout and clean and pour out of a clean part of the cup. Oops, I forgot my gloves. Well, you know what? I'll pour it out, let it percolate for a minute, and then I'll glove up. Come on, dark blue. It's trying. There it is. This cloud mix I mixed up quite a while ago. I find that if it sits around for a while, it's helpful, but this was a long time ago, so I hope it still works. Here I'm going on and on about this recipe. I may not get any clouds. Super simple. I have probably 3 or 4 recipes for clouds. I always provide the recipe in the description box of the video, but this is certainly the simplest one. Only 2 ingredients plus a teeny bit of water. Okay, well, I think it seems to be working. I'm going to hit it with a torch. Cloud pour is old, but the other colors I just mixed up. Gloves. I wonder if you can tell I'm still wearing my pajamas, but I have an event to go to this afternoon and I need to shower and beautify for that, but I thought I'd try to get this done first. So the clouds are kind of plumping up a bit. That's good. Gold is so pretty, but I'm going to lose a lot of it, but it's appearing here and there. The Viridian is not being too bossy. I think since I have a little left, I will pour it out to help. Maybe I'll add a little water to it. Thin it out a little bit and use it for a flow extender. I don't often bother with a flow extender, but it's not a bad idea. If you have extra paints that you've scraped up or leftovers, it's always good to keep them for this very purpose. But I don't have any, so now I do. Oh, don't listen to me. I'm not making much sense. All right. You don't have to thin it out, but I just wanted to make it stretch. It's going to all go away. You won't see it anyway. But it'll just help this puddle flow a little easier. Okay, good enough. Now I've used up all my paint. That's good. Alrighty. Here we go. Kind of roll it all around, get close to the edges before I start going over the edges. Okay. Oh, isn't that pretty? That gold is lovely. Huh, I've got a really puffy thing in the middle there, really puffy form. I might change that up. All right, I'm getting rid of this shape. It's lovely gold, but it's got to go away. Bye. Oh, I knew that would happen. I'm expecting a call. Okay, I gotta get that. I'll pause, let this percolate. Okay, I have returned. It's been about, well, not quite 10 minutes. And I like it. I think this is very pretty in here. I like this part. The clouds are nice. I don't love those two shapes there, but I'm not bothered enough to try to run them off because I want to keep the dark blue. There's a lot of this, and this is too straight. See how everything else is very flowy and has a lot of movement? That's just too straight. So what I'm going to try to do is just curve that slightly and maybe open this up and run some of that green, some of this area off. So first I'll find out where the weight of the paint is by slowly moving in, and it's pretty much in the center. So I'm just going to go that way. So I've already got a nice little curve thing going there. I'm going to bring it down over, and then I'll bring it back some. Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's so fluid art. This is why I can't give it up. I want to quit doing fluid art, but it's just like getting a present every time. You just don't know what you're going to get. I think that might be the way you're looking at it might be my favorite orientation. I don't know. Again, you have to wait till it's dry, and then you look at it from all angles, hanging up, and decide. The little open spaces I have very few actually. I have pretty good coverage, but these two corners are bare. When it dries, I'll come back in and paint them a solid, possibly Viridian. So let me bring in for a closer look at this. It may develop, look at that gold in there, just dusting of gold. And up here, ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, I think it's quite lovely. So a super simple cloud recipe, my friends. Give it a try and let me know how it goes. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to painting with you next time.